Comrades, I am Admiral Andre. This is totally bizarre to me, so I'll just throw that caveat in there. Yes, at any rate, this is a wonderful day, a most auspicious day, as I like to say lately. You know, it's 200 subscribers today. I saw it and I was very happy. So I thought I have to do something a bit different for that. Now, I think before we have done like a video where we looked at the various analytics and all of those things, and we are recording now, I hope. Good grief. Anyway, so I thought let's do that again, but with this added bit of, what shall we say, ambiance, I guess. So yes, I'm using my cell phone to record this. I don't actually have a webcam here, a separate one that I can use with my desktop. So forgive the various elements in the background, comrades. I like to keep things organic, so I guess we can argue this is a part of an organic display, including the light right here. So I guess we can say that symbolizes some hope for the channel and for the community and all of that. I wonder, when can we consider ourselves a community? What does a community make? I'm not sure. Let me know, comrades. At any rate, so I think let's just have a look at the stats again, just for the sake of it. I don't really know what to do for these sorts of videos, but you know, I think it's a good way to approach it, because normally you watch and listen to me, and now I want to also flip that around. So I actually want to ask you, comrades, in the comments if you would leave some feedback there and tell me, you know, this is now just for pure interest's sake, given that we've now reached this milestone. When did you start watching? Why did you subscribe? What would you like to see more of? Things like that, you know? Where are you from? You don't have to say specifically, because that obviously is never a smart thing. But I know, for example, from the stats where most people come from and so on. But still, individuals, I'd be very interested, you know, your country at least. At any rate, let's have a look. So here we see just the overall analytics again. Now, I never pay attention to these ups and downs and things like that, because that's part of life. You can't get away from that. If we just have a look again, this is, I think, the last 28 days, the most watched videos. The DNA one is always number one. I think, you know, maybe that's not something that is a surprise to people, but, you know, there it is. People like that sort of thing, and that's why I did that. But, you know, the mainstay is still the gaming. So, in that sense, we can see that the real politics just dominates everything. So that's why I was thinking lately, that's why I did the US series. It actually shows up here as well. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. And I think I have to do more of that sort of thing. Obviously, I want to finish the Subnautica series, and I really am enjoying that. And I also want to finish the, well, I don't know if it ever ends, the Kerbal Space Program, because that's something I really enjoy, even though it's not popular at all. So I think I'll keep doing that. Then, what else is there? Of course, there's things that have been placed on the back burner now, like City Skylines and the Oriental Empires, but I'll still get back to those once I finish with Subnautica. And what else is there that's happening right now? Good grief, I can't even remember. I'm so overwhelmed with the real politics videos. But you know, that's the thing. So I think that's something I'll still get back to. But at some point, I think I have to focus more on this sort of thing, the politics and the sort of grand strategy thing, because that's what people seem to like. But let me know, comrades, what is it that you subscribed for? What is it that you specifically want to see? Now, there again, I'm reminded of that saying that you can't please all the people all the time. You can only please some people some of the time. So I guess with that in mind, I'll approach that. Anyway, so let's have a look at the top geographies. Of course, the US is number one. That's why I picked the US for this special scenario of real politics, because I thought that would be an interesting thing for the majority of the viewers, or even the subscribers. I'm not sure. Of course, there's a lot more people that watch than subscribe. So that's, of course, inevitable. And I welcome you as well. So you don't have to subscribe, of course. It's just a nice thing, of course. Anyway, there we are. So the US, I think this is now again the last 28 days. And so the US, the UK, then Germany, Canada, South Africa is in 5th place, which is, I don't really think it's surprising. But it's good to see it there. Netherlands, Australia, Romania, Sweden, Denmark, Turkey, and then there's a whole host of others. I think, wasn't it in the last time that we did this that we saw there was one country where the guy clicked on it for 1 second and then clicked away? That was funny. I'll never forget that. Because we can see here the actual number of views, but also the view duration. Now, of course, there it fluctuates widely, so there's no real point there. Let's just have a look at the lifetime. And is it done? Lifetime, there we go. So the US again it's about the same actually. So the last 28 days and the lifetime, it's quite representative. But South Africa is a bit lower there. Now, if we have a look at the very end of this list, it's so funny to me. So Palestine actually, okay, but that was 00, so I don't know, it's NA. Strange. But there in Cape Verde, somebody clicked on a video for 2 seconds and clicked away, shocked and appalled, and never came back. Oh, well, I think it's funny. So if you are from Cape Verde, much love to you, of course. Guatemala, Uzbekistan, these are all accidents, obviously. People so appalled they couldn't stay longer. Oh well, we all like what we like. St. Martin, I'm just so interested to see, all of these various countries, and to think at least for 2 seconds somebody in Cape Verde saw me or my videos, and there's a reach to this thing, and sometimes you have to stop and think, there's a deep side to all of this as well. Anyway, so let's have a look. Demographics. And this is, I don't know again how reliable this information is, because I assume people have to be signed in with Google or YouTube or whatever it is, and then also that their information has to be reliable. So I don't know to what extent this now actually reflects the overall population, so I'm not sure. But again, it's pretty much what it used to be. Let me just put it back to the last 28 days. I think that's more instructive, just to see where things are going. You can't necessarily look at the lifetime of the channel. So in the last 28 days, we see that the majority of the watch time was for ages 18 to 44, which I would expect again. If it's 13 to 17, I'm a bit surprised, because my style is not necessarily so animated as to keep much of that attention. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm underestimating people there. But I'm also happy to see, 45 to 65 to 50. Yes, so I have to stop sometimes with that sort of thing. It throws me off, because in Afrikaans, people first say the second number, then the first number. So in that case, it would be 56, but it's 65, of course. So it's very nice for me to see that range is also represented there. It's encouraging. I like that, because, that's what makes internet and YouTube and all of that so great, as we saw now with the demography, or the demographics there, in terms of the locations, that this platform and this medium reaches so many people across the world, across ages and all that sort of thing. So it's such a fascinating thing. Let's just, for the sake of it, look at the audience retention here. And there we can see that, of course, again, it fluctuates so widely. But the DNA one actually has a average percentage viewed of 22. I guess that's because people come for something specific and they will listen to me ramble for the duration of what they want to hear, and then they'll go. But for other things, if they don't like the gameplay, as our Cape Verde comrade showed there, then they'll they'll take off. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. But some of them, surprisingly, 46%, 42%, 45%, and so on. That's really interesting to me. But also I know from my own experience, sometimes I'll watch a video, then I have to stop or go do something else, and then later I'll come back. So it's not always that people just watch that amount. They sometimes come back and watch the rest of it. So let's have a look. The playback locations, I'm not sure if that is so important. It's the watch page, that's it really, and YouTube Other, I guess, like an app, and some of them are actually embedded. I think that's the DNA ones that people share somewhere. Traffic sources, let's see, suggested videos, that's the thing. Actually, surprisingly, and this would be an interesting data point if you could comment on that, comrades. How was it that you first saw a video of mine? Because from this we can actually see, and I've noticed this for a long time, that suggested videos by YouTube forms the majority actually of sort of getting the watch time. So that's interesting, and I think that really depends also on whether you upload frequently. I think that's another thing. YouTube will push, not necessarily push your videos, they're not drugs, but it will put them on suggested videos more likely if you upload regularly. I think so, something like that I heard once. So that's why I'm trying to do it every day now. Devices don't really hold that much info. Computer is majority there, but there's still unknown. Our alien friends are still watching somewhere. Subscribers, likes and dislikes, comments, sharing. Was there one thing now that I still wanted to look at specifically? I think that was the whole sources thing that we just looked at. I'm not sure if there's really anything else. If there's something here that interests you, then do say. Then we can maybe even do another video and discuss sort of the dynamics there, and you can even educate me on these things, because I'm not that heavy into the data side of it, which I know a lot of people would say is very important actually. But to me, it's literally just the fun of making the videos. So yes, what else can we look at here? Let's go back to the overview. So I literally now just released the video, the second one in the US scenario series there. So that won't show. Let's actually, can we turn this thing on its head and look at the lowest videos? I don't know how to do that. This is the top 10. What happens if I put the views and then can I not sort it the opposite way? It doesn't look like it. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh yes, comrades, this is the other thing. I'm focusing also more on Twitter now. Every time I upload a video, I don't use YouTube's automated method of sending out tweets. I manually do that, and then I will put a message there, and I'll tag some people. Like if I'm doing Kerbal Space Program, I'll tag the squad developers and so on, and the same with Real Politics for Jujubee, just with the hope of one day maybe getting a retweet or something, you never know, maybe that's how we'll reach some more people. But that's also the thing for me. This is a good thing, but the numbers, I know for a lot of people, are really the key, but to me the numbers are not the key, because behind those numbers there are still real people who actually watch and enjoy the videos, hopefully enjoy it, and that's why I do it. So this is also why we don't look at these things too much. Most of the time it's just the normal business of uploading videos. Also, now I'm not a YouTube partner anymore, so that happened on the 20th of February, so yesterday. All channels under 1,000 subscribers are of course no longer partnered, although I just did it for the pleasure of it. Like I said before, there was no monetizing involved. But maybe one day we can get back to that and sort of say, hey, we're back in the club, But it is what it is, I suppose. But it would be something nice. Maybe I should focus more on that sort of thing. Now, what was the thing? Yes, so Twitter. Let me actually open up Twitter and then just take you there. I don't know if that's of any interest, though. So here we are, and here actually my latest tweet, I still have to put up the other US one. This was YouTube was misbehaving. I got a server error every time I tried to publish a video, so at least that was resolved. So that sort of thing I want to put up here and share with people in case you are wondering, where's the video or what's happening, that sort of thing. So here you see now every time I'll put the link, I'll tag YouTube Gaming for whatever good that will do, probably 0, but you know, at least it's there, and so on. So that's a platform, and maybe this would be a nice place for people to get some information. I also received a comment on Steam actually from a comrade about starting a Discord server. Now I'm honest, comrades, I had to look up what a Discord server is, but I'm not sure if that's the thing to do at this point. Maybe later on, because I don't know, I suppose at the moment there's not really that many comments and things like that, so for now I guess Twitter otherwise would be a good way of sort of communicating and keeping in touch. But again, comrades, do let me know if you have thoughts on this. Then, what else is there to talk about? I'm not really sure. Well, on the drought front in Cape Town, it looks a bit better now because of all the savings that people have been making in the water. Because now we're using 50 liters of water a day. We now have day 0 in July. So it was going to happen in April, I think, but it's now been pushed into the future. And of course June, July is winter here, so that's when we have our heaviest rainfall. So we're hoping at least we'll make it through this year. Then yes, I'm not sure, comrades, do let me know. I totally depend on you for feedback and input and that sort of thing. So again, forgive the organic surroundings here. It's just again because I thought I might do this for this video. I'm not sure if this is something people would really like to see more of in the gameplay videos. I'm not sure. I guess this is enough of my mug for people. Then I guess that's that, comrades. So I just want to say again thank you to each one of you, and I hope, especially based on your feedback, that we can continue to grow and improve, because those things go hand in hand. But you know, the point is just to have fun. That's really the thing. If it's not about fun, then why are we doing it? So yes, let's have a look actually, just for the sake of it, under the dashboard. There was another idea that I had. I was thinking maybe one day I could do a video on how I actually make videos for YouTube. I know there's so many other ones available if you want to see how it's done and learn yourself, because there's nothing really special about the way that I do it. But that could be again another interesting thing for people if they want to see more insight behind the scenes, you know. So at any rate, here we see Real Politics 1 already has 2 likes, so it seems people really like the Real Politics, so that's a good thing. 200 subscribers, unreal. Then yes, the other thing I was still thinking about, you know, this whole thing about branding for YouTube, because apparently it really is a big thing. Now again, here for the thumbnail or the icons on the channel, I'm just using my mug. The same with Twitter. I'm still thinking what to do here about what is an icon that represents the power of our comrades. I'm not sure. Immediately, of course, the communist thing comes to mind, a hammer and a sickle or something, but then people might think this channel is about hardcore communism and all that sort of thing. And really also, this might be another thing. The reason why I always say comrades is because if you know anything about South African politics, you'll know people call each other comrades all the time. And that's just a thing. And obviously it came from the whole socialist and South African Communist Party influence and all of that. But even if you're not a communist, there's still people who will say, comrades, let's do this, or comrades, let's calm down. You know, that sort of thing. So I thought that's something I could also do. Then, yeah, so that's where the Comrades comes in. I'm not sure what would work. An Admiral and a Comrade, some Soviet Navy emblem. Not really, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's another thing. You can always let me know, comrades. So anyway, see you next time in another video. I hope this has been of some amusement to you at least. But again, thank you. May you have a fantastic day as always, comrades. And I guess that's it. Over and out. Have a fantastic day, comrades.